hive cluster is under attack.
For the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today we have ASL champion RoyaL against Jaedong here on Polypoid, top right. It is Jaedong, the one true Dong, and in the bottom right it says Terran opponent. It is RoyaL, previously known as Sorry. I have a lot of Sorry replays on my channel, well, maybe 10 to 12 or so. So if you want to see more games with RoyaL, who again is the current ASL champion, let me know, and I'll put a link to the playlist for him, okay? Alrighty then. So this is Polypoid, the Bengal-ass trapped map, right? Spinning around, no way out, gonna starve to death. Animal cruelty. Alright, so... Big thanks to RJB for hooking me up with this replay. So Sorry is an excellent Terran player. We're going to call him RoyaL from now on. But yeah, I've got some epic games of his. I've got an epic best of 3 featuring Sorry versus Hero. And yeah, on his way to the ASL Championship, he defeated Hero, Shine, Action, and I think it was a TVT versus Rush. Fantastic. He's just an excellent player, as all ASL champions are. It's, wow, it's good to see him just fulfill his potential. So I started casting Sorry games back in 2019. And again, he's RoyaL now. Ursidon with 9 hit points, Hatcher's play here from Jaedong. I'm heaping a lot of praise on a RoyaL here, but come on, you know who Jaedong is. You don't need me to pump him up in your minds, right? Right, especially in a ZVT. Oh, I have a lot of ZVPs from Jaedong, but not so many ZVTs. I have an epic, very interesting match between Jaedong and Light. Jaedong has his own playlist. And again, just go to my channel, youtube.com/Falcon Paladin, hit playlists. You'll look for one named Jaedong, and you'll find it. And you'll find a Jaedong versus Light game there too. Jaedong scouts in, says, okay. Not a command center first play, there's a Marine out, so this drone needs to get the heck on out of there. This SCV can scout forever and ever. Kind of a late gas here from Jaedong. No real link pressure going to be happening at all. Both players going for fairly a macro style opening. And there's that second base on the way from the Terran. Where's the third base going to be for the Zerg? Well, could be here. Could go all the way top left as well. We'll see what Jaedong has planned, or if it's going to be some kind of a two-base, Muta two-base lurker, maybe style opening here, huh? I don't know. So yeah, Lair coming in. Everything very standard here. Oh, double racks. Okay. So there are plans for a big bio push coming in here. Not going for that factory, going for a double racks immediately. No gas here. So this could be, man, like a 5, 6, 7 Marine style attack without maybe no medics yet. No stim. He is getting that gas now, but I mean, if there's going to be any Marine pressure, we're really far away from getting upgrades. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on what RoyaL is up to here. But yeah, should be good. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you're interested and excited to see what's going to happen in this ZVT. And in the hands of an excellent, in the hands of an excellent Terran player, that SCV can live forever. Has to send another SCV up because he really wants to know what that further tech is going to be. But he can't get up the ramp now, so he doesn't know if it's going to be a Hydralisk Den, which I think this is. No, it's a Spire. Spire it is. No macro hatch coming in, no third hatch either, so this isn't going to be a ton. Oh no, that's the Spire. What is this? Oh, that is a Hydralisk Den. Haha. The smaller footprint, right? Smaller footprint for the Spire. So he goes for the Spire and a Hydralisk Den here. Off at 2 base, no sign of a third, no sign of a macro hatch either. So this is going to be interesting. This could be some kind of a Muta lurker style front door push, which is pretty darn powerful. We've seen that do wonders before. We've also seen it fail before too. So Academy at the front door, not a huge fan of putting tech in your wall like that. It's just not, you know, it's pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous play for sure. But yeah, double gas here, excellent. I mean, he's going to need the double gas as soon as he can because he has a Hydralisk Den and a Spire. Both these things are really, really heavy on gas requirements. On the other side, Stim's getting research. Medic production has begun. So yeah, I mean, it's 2 racks pressure. Engineering Bay coming in because he's going to need some Mutalisks for sure. Getting that comm sat up in case it's a lurker pressure. He needs those scans as well. Missile turret's going to help with both of those. It's going to be a Stim attack timing. I think it is. We're going to wait for Stim to finish. Get that in there. Was that a scan? It was a scan. So he sees the Hydralisk Den, but he doesn't have enough for a second scan to check the Spire, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know that mutas are coming. There's that third base timing in about 5.5 minutes. A little bit late. Because again, if you're going for both of that, you know, going for a lot of Mutalisks here, 6 are on the way. That's all he could do. He's got the 6 larvae. It's all good. So 6 mutas on the harassment. He can continue to produce more like he is. He's making 7 and there's 8. But he didn't go for that 9 all at the same time. So you're definitely going to want... And there's the scan. So there's the scan of the Spire. He sees the mutas coming out too. Really, really nice stuff there. Range for the Marines. A big priority upgrade coming in now. Excellent. I don't think there's been a scout of that third base yet. Maybe there's been a scan that came in there too. Alright. Well, mutas coming in. There's a turret up. There are Marines here too with medic support. Mutas are gonna try to do what they can here, but like, I don't know. It's a lot of Marines, and the missile turret's just getting constant hits off. Bop, bop, bop. And yeah, I think none of the mutas died there. That's pretty good. I mean, 2 of them are on, 20 HP. You're not incredibly happy. Still, none of the mutas have died. Ugh, keep saying that. Hope I don't, caster curse that thing. But okay, this muta pressure's been good. Get out of there, Overlord. Is that Terry? Terry, no! That's right, Terry. You are strong. You can take several hits from a missile turret before you die. And you did a good job getting out of there when you needed to. So, Zerg player, I'm waiting for him to maybe get Lurker Aspect or maybe go for a Queen's Nest here, but he's just getting Flyer Carapace and more mutas. So, this is kind of Soma style, isn't it? Soma loves... Oh, there's a dead muta, but we're still at 8. One of them died. I guess he was at 9 there, making 3 more. Yeah, this is interesting. This is just really looks like Soma style ZVT, where you just make mutas and lings. And it really shouldn't work. It really shouldn't work. But by golly, sometimes it does. Sometimes it absolutely does. And Soma can make it just look easy. That's his superpower. I think every player has their own superpower. And Soma's is to make Ling Muta look like it's a viable strat when it shouldn't be. And no one else does it, but I guess maybe there's Lurker Aspect on the way. So yeah, even Jaedong's like, nah, man. That's Soma's superpower. I'm not on board that train. But Jaedong is the one that came up with the 2-hatch Muta play. So this is him. This is him to a T. This is the build that he came up with, he concocted, and every Zerg player on Earth follows it, right? So that's what Jaedong is known for. Bisu is known for his popularization of using Corsairs in ZVP openings, and the 2-hatch Muta play is Jaedong's contribution to the sport. And I mean, I don't know, to be a legend, you kind of have to have something like that. Seems like it. Seems like you do. Yeah, now there's enough mutas. With that Carapace upgrade almost done, but it doesn't help. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. As my grandfather would say, rest in peace, Grandpa. Both my grandfathers have passed away now, and I do miss them, but they passed on a lot of wisdom to me throughout the years that they were around. Grandparents can be great, for sure. All right, so yeah, this is Ling Muta, but Lurker Aspect finished. So that there's a Lurker Egg just starting to come in now, and just really kind of keeping RoyaL at home for the time being, but maybe it's time for RoyaL to put the pressure on the other side of the aforementioned map. What do we got here? All right, Overlord down, supply blocking Jaedong. That's a bit of a mistake here from our Zerg hero. Well, it's not hero, but it's our Zerg. The supply block is real and annoying, and he's not fixed. Oh, yes, he's making 2 Overlords. I'm blind. It's cool. Third base getting saturated. He's at 33 workers, which is pretty good here. The mutas are going to try to play the game of just whittling down this group over and over. He's got the Carapace upgrade. It's especially very good against Marine attacks. Less good against missile turret attacks because they're bigger swings. Armor upgrades are always good against Marines because every one of their small attacks, the armor is integrated into that. Mutas do mutas take down a siege tank, but lose at least 3 mutas there. Not exactly what you want to see at all. 84 to 73 supply. RoyaL is looking strong. Really good. Scourge on the way because he knows he's going to have to deal with science vessels eventually here. This is an SK Terran build. Yeah, science facility and science vessel under construction now. Boom, 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 boom. Hive on the way. Okay. So this is Jaedong's doing everything right. We saw the Queen's Nest timing. We're seeing the Hive timing here too. He's going to have Dark Swarm. He's going to have Plague against SK Terran. You really need that stuff. Muta's just having a hard time engaging here. It's +1 Marines, so it kind of negates the +1 armor. The Lurkers are the deal, though. Okay, Lurkers are a good answer here as well against Marines. I mean, even if... Oh my gosh, is he going to bust in there? I think he is. The Muta's on the left side trying to help here too, but every one of those Lurkers are going to die. They take some Marines with them, but they're all gone now. They absolutely turfed it there. 76 to 71 supply. Those Lurkers should have unburrowed and retreated from that situation. Jaedong did not do it. He's getting older. Maybe a little bit slower on the uptake here. I mean, look, it's not like RoyaL's some young dude. He's 27 too, which is, you know, it's an old man in esports years for sure. Especially for fast Twitch games like StarCraft is. Like, maybe you can get away with it in, I don't know, like a MOBA. You know, that's how much respect I have for MOBAs. But Adrenal Glands is on the way for the Zerg. He's going for a Defiler Mound. This timing is going to be really strong for RoyaL. He needs to get out here and get something done before Dark Swarm is up. Yeah, these Lurkers can be killed by siege tanks. We've seen that a million times. Scans all over the place. Checking to make sure this base isn't coming up. Checking to make sure this base isn't coming up. RoyaL's doing a great job scouting. Scouting all of this stuff here. Consume getting researched. The timer is ticking, and I don't think he's going to do it. I really don't think that RoyaL's going to be able to get in here and attack any bases until Dark Swarm is done. Well, available. It's technically done because it's a default spell. Split. Great. Pretty decent split there. Muta count not super happy. I'm just not sure that they've really paid for themselves here, you know? Fairly certain. But yeah, Night is coming up. Lurkers getting some spines off there. Muta control. It's hard. It is hard to get an attack off when you're doing that very, very tight spin-in, attack, spin-out style play. And sometimes you just fail to attack. And then you lose a Muta, and you're like, no! And it's a drop! It is a drop here at the natural base and moving into the main base as well. Sorry is really good at drops here. Apologies, RoyaL is really good at drops here. Just remembering the games that I've cast of his in the past, and he's one of those players. Ample's another one. But then just darting up into the third base, he does! He gets up here, amazing! Where's the Defiler? Where's the Dark Swarm? There's the Defiler. There is the Dark Swarm. Nope, not enough better. He's got to consume a Lurker? I don't know! No, he can't! He gets a Dark Swarm up! Oh, okay, just barely. It's not going to save the hatch, though, and losing your third hatch in a game like this is absolutely crushing. Just disgustingly crushing for a Zerg player to be knocked all the way down to 2 bases at 13 minutes. This is it. That was the timing. I thought for sure he wouldn't be able to get it, but the drop distracted the Mutas, the drop distracted the Lurkers, and the Defilers just enough that there was a window for RoyaL to get in here and wipe out that third. Okay, dropship dies. That is the risk of going for dropships when your enemy has Mutalisks out. I mean, it's a TVZ. They're probably going to have Mutalisks out. Oh no! Overlord deaths. Another supply block. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Adrenal's done. Hooray! The Lings have all sorts of no attack upgrades, but they have Adrenal, which I think counts as an attack upgrade for sure. 111 to 76 supply in favor of our guy RoyaL here. Dark Swarm up. Another great Dark Swarm. You just got to get out of there. Get. Head down south. Run. Run from those spines, those invincible spines inside those Dark Swarm, the swarms of bugs. That's the lore answer to what Dark Swarm is. You just conjure a ton of bugs up there. And there are so many of them, and they're so strong they can stop bullets. How's that for amazing? They could stop photon energy attacks from Protoss, an incredibly advanced species. Incredibly advanced, yeah, they're a species, right? I don't know. Technically in StarCraft they're called a race. It's the Protoss race, but like I'm not sure that actually works. Anyway, yeah, Dark Swarm, good unit, but 124 to 70 supply. This is the power of SK Terran, right? This is the power of Marines, medics, science vessels, siege tanks. Gonna try to get those ultras out that can definitely spell the end of a good Zerg player, or a good Terran player who's going this strat. Dark Swarm the ramp, so getting up the ramp is impossible. Maybe sneaking up this one would not be a terrible idea, but Dark Swarm over there too, because the Defiler knows he's gonna die. He might as well toss some Dark Swarms up. Pushing in, Lurkers defending the front door of Jaedong, though. I don't know, man. Losing that third base is so hard to still win. Nice snipe on that Science Vessel. Sunken's getting some hits in here. That Lurker getting some decent hits in as well. Dark Swarm protecting the Lurker, but not the buildings. Nidus getting focused down. Oh, Science Vessel snipe. That was huge. That saves the Lurker's life there. And it might save Jaedong's entire life here at his natural base, too. An attack into the third base by these Lurkers and Lings would be super hot as well. But look at how many units are streaming up. But no, third base, a little bit guarded, but definitely what I like to refer to as not enough guarded at all. Actually, Ultras are out, but there's only one of them. He doesn't have Kindness Plating. He doesn't have Anabolic Synthesis. He's not great yet. But this third base dying for RoyaL is a big deal for the Terran player. He has to lift up. He loses the bunker. I don't know. These Marines can't handle two Lurkers. What are they doing here? Okay, RoyaL says, I killed the third base once. If we could do it again, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances here. What I don't feel good about is dealing with a 3-basing Jaedong versus a 2-basing me. Economically, that's not where I want to be, says RoyaL. Marines are at 2-2 upgrades. Are you kidding me? The Lings are at 2-1. They're kind of there. And the Ultras have that inherent armor and everything. It's great. But, like... Ay, caramba. Ana carena. Ana caramba. Ah, beautiful Dark Swarm again. Marines thought they had a Lurker dead to rights. They did not. That SCV almost made it, kind of sort of made it out. Do they have upgrades? No. The Spines upgrade isn't even there. Third base, major attack here from RoyaL. Again, irradiated Ultralisk. Gonna die, but not before he does some AoE damage, I guess, and buys some time. Tank some damage that would go to that hatch otherwise, and now enough Ultras are here to maybe chase back RoyaL's army. Some Scourge try to connect on the Science Vessels, but great pullback, and then moves in, gets some Irradiates in again, and then just, you gotta be protected by those Marines, y'all. But this is problematic. What's nice is this, fourth base of Jaedong along the left side at the 9 o'clock position. I think it's going to die, though. So this is a 17-minute game where it's a 2-basing Terran versus a 3-basing Zerg at a high level. That is rare. Usually, if this is a situation, you're like, are these guys like A rank or B rank or something? Why haven't they expanded? They've definitely tried, but the other player's been so good at denying those expansions, it's just not happening. Oh, that's a third base, though. Oh, I didn't see that on the minimap. I assumed it was just all of these guys, and it kind of is. But wow, okay, that's huge for RoyaL. Getting a third base, minerals only. He's making Marines. He's making 5 Marines at a time. He needs Marines. He needs minerals for that stuff, for sure. So replacement fourth base coming in from Jaedong. But I don't know. RoyaL being on technically 3 bases for, it's a minerals only base that works for the strategy he's going with here. And he's up 144 to 92 supply, 50 to 34 on the worker count. Jaedong's in trouble, but he does have the Ultralisks out. The Ultras are best when they're attacking something, though. So I'd love to see him mount an attack on this third base with the Ultras instead of trying to just Dark Swarm Ultra out here in the open. Science Vessels. Oh, beautiful pullback again. The micro is sick. Yeah, that Ultra's dead. Blanc, 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 blanc. Ling Ultra Dark Swarm is up. Nice, beautiful, but again, defending with Dark Swarm is not as nice as being on offense with Dark Swarm. And look, RoyaL just pulls back a little bit. Stays outside the Dark Swarm just a tiny, tiny bit there too. And then, just waits for the Dark Swarm to expire. Meanwhile, I'm really shocked he hasn't really tried to take this base back yet. I feel like he could. He's got money for it. He's up in army supply. He just doesn't have a great answer for these Ultras. The trick for dealing with Ultras is killing them when they're in small numbers, right? 1 or 2 Ultras, pretty easy to deal with as an SK Terran. 5, not ideal, but these are all previously irradiated, previously taken damage. I don't know, man. They need some beautiful Dark Swarm support if this is going to work for him at all. Man, Jaedong is at 100 supply. He's at 100 supply here at 19 minutes. Not ideal, but his 4th base is done. Does he have enough time to drone up? Sort of. He's making 1 drone at a time. The science vessel production's been okay, I think, here for RoyaL. He's probably lost 3 or 4 today. Not like the greatest. But the production's been good enough. And yeah, we're long distance mining from this previously 3rd base. Now 4th base. And again, you Dark Swarm here, and the Marines just get out. That's all they do. Or, you know, no Dark Swarm, and the Ultras are like, boy, I sure hope we have enough HP to do this thing. One of them doesn't. Why is RoyaL standing in here? Well, I guess he just took out like 5 Ultras. He didn't get all of them, but you know, you can't get all of them. Getting like 5 Ultralisks is pretty good. RoyaL is just macroing like an absolute beast. That Defiler gets sniped. A Dark Swarm does come up, and Lings do make it in. Nice snipe on the Nidus there, and then nice juke out. Not enough loot. That's it. That's your engagement. That's your GG right there. I don't make the rules. I'm just saying the path forward here for Jaedong is insanely difficult. Yeah, look, the Ultra's good. He's got himself that 6 armor. I mean, okay, his friends are coming in. Fine. All right. This is actually kind of, wow, 106 to 80 supply is much better, and that science vessel's going to die. All right. Maybe I did Caster Curse at that time. I don't know. I mean, it's a 4-basing SK Terran player in RoyaL. Do we really think he could blow it from here? He's just so far ahead. But it's Jaedong too. It's so hard for me to be like, well, you know, RoyaL's an ASL champion and he can defeat any Zerg from this position. But it's the Dong. That's it. It's just the Dong. That's all you have to know. So Jaedong trying to sneak back in here. This is not an intimidating army at all, but the tanks are a problem. Massive problem the tanks are. 2 more ulcers on the way, but they take forever to build. This is a really nice and patient attack here from RoyaL. Unsieging, resieging, leapfrogging. The Marines have 3-3 now. Science vessels get sniped. Ling Ultra really good here. Better than just Ultra. Because a lot of the time the Marines will focus on the Ultralisks, letting the Lings chew them up. Which, you know, Zerglings will do when they have Adrenal and the upgrades these boys have. It's a +2. I'd love to see a +3, but it's not happening. Once again, just sneaking on. Drones going down. Target firing those drones. Oh my gosh, the massacre. 35 drones remain. These tanks gonna die, though. But the natural base is in a lot of trouble. And reinforcing units continuing to stream across the map here. Oh, that tank, though. 5 kills on him. Natural hatch down. Queen's Nest, and that's it. Jaedong taps out. Too much. Too much RoyaL, and that is a win for our ASL champion today in this ZVT. Woo! Yeah, it's a good strat. Like, SK Terran is insanely good. He's just, that's it, man. He's great. Again, check out my Sorry playlist that I've got on the channel, okay? Because that's RoyaL. It's the same guy, and he's always been very good with this strat. He's always been an SK Terran dude, at least as long as he's been showing up on my channel here. And yeah, I mean, it's probably simplistic to say, but killing this 3rd base, I think, was it. That's what put RoyaL ahead. That's what kept him ahead. Even after he lost his 3rd, he'd still killed the 3rd base. The number of times I've seen a Zerg player win a ZVT where they lose their 3rd base like that in the first 10 minutes, it's gone. It's so rare. It's so rare for a Zerg to make a comeback for that position. Is it doable? I don't know. I can't recall a single time it's happened. I mean, Jaedong came close. He did. He had the right tech, but as I was saying, if you're using Ultras defensively or in the middle of the map, they're just not as good. Ultras are the scariest when they come here. When you Dark Swarm this, and then Ultras and Lings are in here, blah, 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 then you're in trouble. When the Dark Swarm is here, then you're in trouble, right? Or dropping inside the main base with the Dark Swarm and Ultras. Same deal. But when they're defending, you just kind of slip around the Dark Swarms like these guys did. They were in a Dark Swarm. They slipped into the mineral line, killed all their workers, killed the hatchery, went after some tech. Lings couldn't quite deal with them. And reinforcements kept coming because this income was gone. And RoyaL is still on 1, 2, basically 3 income bases here, which is good. And Jaedong still had 2 going, which is nice, but I mean, come on. Well, this one's out too. So it's a 2v2. 2 bases versus 2 bases. This is going to be too much. Just going to be too much. So yeah, well done there by RoyaL. Just the back row has to be good in this strategy. The target firing has to be good. Getting out of Dark Swarms has to be excellent, and it was. 143,000 points there from RoyaL, 140,000 points from Jaedong. Outproduced the Terran, yes. Kill ratio about the same, but it's going to be resources spent. That's really going to tell us the story here. Structures raised. I mean, RoyaL 9 Zerg buildings got killed today, which is huge. Jaedong did outspend the Terran, but only by about 5,000 in a 25-minute game. Yeah. I mean, Jaedong scrapped and clawed and fought as hard as he could, but losing that third base early really just put him behind in a lot of ways. Honestly. Oh, amazing. Really, really good ZVT. Thanks again, RJB, for sending me that replay. That was a ton of fun. Good to see RoyaL. Good to learn that RoyaL is sorry. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.